Shalom, my sweetest friends. I hope you're having a beautiful day. One of the best things that a person can do is learn from other people's mistakes. And one of the ways that me and my wife did this was we heard about many people who kind of got older, grew up together, learned together, had children together, and then, the kids left the house and they had this empty nest syndrome and they looked at themselves like, who are you? They had been so busy together raising a family and, building a life, but they didn't build that life, unfortunately, together. And so me and my wife looked at each other and said, well, how can we prevent that from happening? And one of the things that we did was we decided that, both my wife and I are big readers. So we both love to read books, love to learn, love to grow. And so we said, you know what? If there's ever a book that you're reading that you feel is really impactful, then it's going to be really important for me to read that book as well, and vice versa for my wife. And so it's something that we did. And many books we just read together anytime we thought a book was going to be very impacting. And then there's times where, she had an interest, wasn't necessarily an interest of mine, or I had an interest and it wasn't necessarily an interest of hers. But because it was so impacting on me, I shared it with her. And because it was so impacting on her, she shared it with me. And that was the way that we're growing together. And so we find ourselves on the same page with the same, worldview frequently because we're constantly learning the same things together. And so if you want to, make one other way that can build your relationship with your spouse is grow together. And one of the ways you can grow together is by reading and or taking in a lot of the information that's shifting your life and doing that together. And hopefully, in 30 years, or even in the meantime and in 30 years, when the kids leave the house and everything's all good. So then you have this really deep and beautiful relationship that you just continue to build and grow together. It's been an amazing journey so far. I'm looking forward to many more years, and hopefully you will too, by taking this piece of advice and growing in your relationships. Hoping you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care of yourselves and take care of others.